Around the Ozarks is now on your FM radio. Listen to Around the Ozarks mornings with Grace Gooley as I spotlight local people, stories, and podcasts, all while playing the country legends of the 90s and the hit makers of the 2000s. It's on the Ozarks' best country, 105.1 The Bull. It's time for Around the Ozarks News, sponsored by the Springfield Greene County Park Board, Thompson Sales, Advanced Car Care, Smouse Brothers, and United Plumbing. Here are your hosts, Ethan and Sarah Forhetz.
Hey there, good morning to you on Monday. Hope your weekend was fantastic. We are starting out just like Sunday. It's hot. It's hot outside. We have an extreme heat warning in effect today, so make sure you stay tuned to Wake Up Weather with Abby Dyer immediately following this. Find out when the break from the heat is going to come, because I think it's going to come. Just figure out when. And she has all the answers. So check out Wake Up Weather with Abby Dyer. And we're going to start you out on this Monday with some news.
All right. We have some rough water accidents over the weekend. The Missouri State Highway Patrol investigating 2 separate drownings that happened over the weekend. In Ozark County, a 75-year-old St. Charles man had a medical emergency while he was kayaking on the North Fork of the White River, causing his kayak to capsize. First responders performed CPR, but he was pronounced dead at the scene. Later that afternoon in Morgan County, a 62-year-old man had been swimming off the dock. He's from Shawnee, Kansas. He disappeared in the water. Divers recovered his body several hours later. And then in another incident, a boat exploded Saturday morning at Lake of the Ozarks. But in this case, all 4 people on that boat escaped without injury. Miraculous. The boat had just left a fuel dock near the full 4-mile marker when it stalled and then burst into flames. People who were on personal watercraft helped battle that fire before emergency crews got there. The boat was heavily damaged. No word yet on what caused it.
And this is a story that we've been following for several weeks now, and it appears as though early this week we may get official declaration. But Springfield officials believe they have found the remains of Taylor Stauney, that, of course, the mother who had been missing since June 14th, a tragedy on Lake Springfield. The remains were discovered by a man walking along the bank of the James River on Thursday, downstream from the dam where search crews had been searching for her body for more than a month. Positive identification should come this week. Stauney's 2 teenage daughters also died when they went over the dam and drowned in floodwater. Her 12-year-old daughter survived.
Glad that they found that piece. All right, switching gears now, we have some good news for Springfield drivers this morning. The eastbound Kansas Expressway and Glenstone Avenue entrance ramps to I-44 have reopened after being closed over the weekend. MoDOT crews worked around the clock to repave and do all the ramps there as part of the Forward 44 improvement project. The agency used intelligent work zones to help reduce congestion during the closure. You might have seen the signs guiding you to the least busy road. You can still expect continued construction as road crews are now widening I-44 to 3 lanes in each direction through Springfield.
Okay, I think we're all ready for that project to be wrapped up.
Indeed.
Still got a little while, though. City Utilities of Springfield has received a $3 million grant from the Missouri Department of Natural Resources to modernize its electrical system. With a $1.5 million local match, that project now totals about $4.5 million. The money will be used to replace aging utility poles as well as transformers, including many of those that are more than 50 years old. So it's time. CU plans to replace more than 500 poles and transformers over the next 4 years. So no doubt we will see them doing the work over that time period. And there's this, maybe I heard about it on social media, but we're telling you, if you don't know, a well-known Ozarks goat has passed away. Crisco, 15-year-old feral goat that became a favorite at Backbone Bluff on Table Rock Lake, has died after apparently suffering heat distress and then falling into the lake. Dive teams from Branson and Hollister recovered the goat's body over the weekend. The Eureka Springs Safari Park says plans are being made for a public celebration of life to honor Crisco, the goat. So Crisco was a pretty big deal, apparently.
I feel like I've actually heard this, but I mean, I've never met Crisco or seen Crisco. I'm not a regular lake goer. So for those, and there are many people who are, regular lake goers. They all know Crisco.
I've heard the tale of Crisco, but never had the pleasure of meeting Crisco or seeing Crisco.
Well,
and now it's too late.
It's too late. You missed your opportunity.
The Springfield Greene County Library District has updated its conduct policy to clarify rules for service animals. The changes are designed to reduce problems caused by pets being misrepresented as service dogs, something the airlines went through several years ago. But they also want to remain, obviously, in compliance with federal law. Service animals will continue to be welcome, but handlers may be asked to leave if the animal is aggressive, disruptive, or not under control at all times. The board approved that policy last week, so heads up.
Yeah. It's interesting because some of the service dogs, like you used to be able to see like the vest and it would look very official. But the problem is now you can buy those vests on like Amazon, even if, do you know what I mean? Do you know what I'm talking about? Because they used to be really like, you're like, oh, okay. So they have like the official vest, but now it's like, well, what is the official vest? Because you can
now
buy
it's a Halloween costume.
Now it's a Halloween costume. So it's hard to tell sometimes.
Well, I'm sure there's paperwork that goes along with it. Not that you can't forge paperwork, but that's probably another step to show me your credentials.
Yeah. All right. Thousands of Springfield families turned out Saturday for the 5th annual Springfield Public Schools Back to School Bash at the Expo Center. We were not there this year, but last year it was quite the crowd. Students received free backpacks, school supplies, hygiene products, groceries, health services, sports, physicals, and immunizations. Community organizations, including Convoy of Hope, Care to Learn, and many others, helped provide resources. SPS begins the school year on August 25th.
Yeah, we're less than a month away now.
We're less than a month away.
Less than a month away. That's hard to believe. Only 4 more weeks, kids. Enjoy it.
Yeah.
Enjoy it, because I'm living through you. I'm reliving my childhood.
I know. It is funny how I don't understand like why I'm sad that school starts back. You know what I mean? I don't have to go. But I just am not looking forward to it. I like summertime.
Well, it's a lack of a schedule. You get to be a little more free. And it takes me back, honestly, to my childhood. I loved summers.
Yeah.
They seemed in a weird way to last a long time when I was a kid back then. Now nothing lasts long.
Yeah. I wasn't sure if you were like glaring at me when you said it's the lack of a schedule, because I don't like a schedule. Remember?
Well, and in the summer that works.
I know. When we first started homeschooling 10 years ago, 11 years ago, Ethan was like, schedule. I'm like, what? Could you say it again? For those in the back, could you spell it? Could I get a definition of that word?
Yeah, kids need structure.
I know. I figured it out after like the first year or two.
Well, I'm just saying. Kids need structure. It helps them. It helps them.
So.
All right. Speaking of a month away, college football is a month away. About local teams, unfortunately, this year are not predicted to do too well. The SEC's preseason football poll has Missouri picked to finish 10th in the conference this fall, while Arkansas selected to finish 16th. Not good. Georgia, the overwhelming favorite to win the league, followed by Texas. The usual suspects. Both the Tigers and the Razorbacks will look to outperform what the so-called experts say and expectations when the season kicks off. It's the end of August.
Yeah.
So maybe it's close to September. Maybe it is September. It's close.
I say to that, American underdog. Everybody likes a good underdog story, and sometimes it's good to be the underdog.
Well, Indiana, now they were picked to do well last year, but they went from the actual worst team in Division I to winning a championship. So it's possible, but once the experts know who's going to be on your squad, if you're picked to finish last in your conference, you're probably not going to win the national championship. That's a pretty safe bet.
Yeah, but I mean, like you said, the Hoosiers did it. They could.
Yeah, but but the experts knew they had a good team coming in. They weren't picked to finish last.
Yeah.
All right. Prequel series to the classic movie Smokey and the Bandit. That takes me back to my childhood. Is now filming in Sedalia with a target release next year on Netflix. That's cool. The project is being led by Branson native Sean Bailey and Springfield native Doc Elliott. They say they wanted to bring major film production back to Missouri, and they're doing it with this movie. The series will explore the early years of Sheriff Buford T. Justice and his son Junior before the events of the original 1977 Smokey and the Bandit movie. I was 5 years old in 77, so I did not see that until many years later at a friend's house, but it was a fun movie for sure.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Go Missouri, go. Okay, and finally, the countdown is on for one of Springfield's biggest summer traditions, talking about the Ozark Empire Fair.
This
week.
It is
opening on Thursday. This Thursday runs through August 8th at the Ozark Empire Fairgrounds, of course. This year's fair features carnival rides, livestock exhibits, fair food, which is like all things fried, vendor displays, grandstand events, including concerts, monster trucks, a demolition derby, and truck and tractor pools. You can buy tickets in advance to save on admission and check it out on their website. Very exciting.
It's a good time. It's usually incredibly hot for the week of the fair.
Right on
which
cue.
I think is 10 days or so. But stick around for Abby Dyer's Wake Up Weather, because I think it may be cooler, certainly cooler than today.
Thursday. Yeah.
By the time the fair starts. So that
exciting.
Might be your time to go if you want to beat the heat. And who doesn't, right?
It's good. I mean, it comes with the territory, but you make it work. You drink lots of root beer mugs and things of this nature.
Lemonade, fresh squeezed lemonade.
Ooh, yeah.
Like a gallon of pound of sugar in it.
Right.
in each glass.
I don't know about that part, but I don't.
It's good. It makes it good.
That might not aid in hydration, but maybe it will. I don't know. Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for tuning in. Happy Monday. We hope to see you back here tomorrow morning.
Yep. Have a great day.
Bye.
It's time for Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather, sponsored by Command Family Medicine, Whole Hog Cafe, Taylor Grubaugh Chevrolet, and Godfather's Pizza. Here's your host, meteorologist Abby Dyer.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to your Monday in the Ozarks. It is going to be an absolute scorcher. So prepare for the heat out there. It's going to be a hot one. We have an extreme heat warning in the Ozarks with high temperatures approaching 100 degrees. And that's not counting the heat index. So extreme heat is in the headlines. This is the hottest weather that we've had so far this summer. We've had some hot and humid days already, and this is going to be even worse. Extreme heat warning is in place across the Ozarks today. It is going to be an absolute scorcher. Actual high temperatures near 99 degrees. It's going to feel more like 110, however. The surface map today looks a bit unsettled. I think we stay rain-free in the Ozarks. There's a small chance that we see some breakthrough showers and storms this afternoon, primarily up in central Missouri, but most of the Ozarks is just going to be dry, hot, and humid, and we are going to hold on to those conditions for the rest of the day. Again, heat index values even early. I'm talking mid-morning. They could be 100 degrees to 110. Seriously, if you don't have to be outside today, I would recommend staying indoors, staying cool. This is dangerous heat for everyone. We often talk about the elderly, young children, as well as pets, but this is not safe for anyone to be outdoors in, and it is going to be extremely hot for a stretch of days. There's an extreme heat warning today, and then a heat advisory that's going to expand into the area on Tuesday. maximum heat index values anywhere from 100 really to 115, with actual temperatures in the 90s to around 100 degrees. We could see heat exhaustion, heat stroke, dehydration in this type of weather. So really be cautious and take care of yourself if you have to be outdoors. Heat, well, it backs off a little bit on Wednesday. I told you we have that heat advisory that extends into the area tomorrow. Then it's just a heat advisory for much of the area on Wednesday. The entire week, there may be a small chance, like a 10% chance for some breakthrough rain shower and thunderstorms, but most of the week is going to remain dry in the forecast with small opportunities for rain starting to develop in the second half of the week. And I'm talking very small chances, anywhere from 15 to 25% both Wednesday and Thursday, with the best chance for rain looking like it arrives on Friday. It will come with cooler weather as we reintroduce that rain chance into the forecast, but low temps will just be brutal. In fact, late tonight, we could only fall back to nearly 80 degrees. And it's one of the reasons that it'll be so extremely hot tomorrow, with temperatures easily warming up to near the triple digits. Around the country, the hazardous heat is making headlines in the central and southern United States. We also have severe storms and flash flooding making some of those national news headlines. That's happening in the upper Midwest as well. The Southwest and Central Plains, they are also seeing monsoonal moisture, which you might see in some of the national news weather headlines. So it's pretty active to start the week, and a lot of the country is dealing with hot and humid weather, what I would call extreme temperatures, as we move into late July. All right, it's time for that Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather Brain Twister trivia question for the day. The question yesterday, or Friday, was this: what is the scientific name for the dramatic cloud formations that look like giant, soft, pouch-like bulges hanging underneath the anvil of a severe thunderstorm? Do you think these are A, asperatus clouds, B, mammatus clouds, C, shelf clouds, or D, wall clouds? If I showed you a picture, I know that you would recognize these types of clouds because we often see them in the Ozarks behind severe thunderstorms. But if you chose B, mammatus clouds, you would be correct. The real key word in the question that should have given it away was those soft pouch-like bulges that hang underneath the belly of the cloud, really, as it passes by. So congrats if B, mammatus clouds, was your guess. All right, here's the next trivia question that I'll have the answer to tomorrow. What type of weather is hotter than the surface of the sun? Do you think it is A, a wildfire, B, lightning, C, firenado, or D, Death Valley summer? You can let me know your guess if you have one. It's at the website. That's aroundtheozarks.com. Thanks so much for listening to Around the Ozarks and starting your week with me here. Even though I don't have great news to deliver, it is just an absolute scorcher of a week. Stay cool today. And thanks to our sponsors, Command Family Medicine, Whole Hog Cafe, Taylor Grubaugh Chevrolet, and Godfather's Pizza. Have a great one. I'll be back to chat with you first thing tomorrow.